Hello and welcome back to the Nate Burt Show. I am your host, Nate Burt, and today we're going to talk just a little bit about what exactly is social impact communication. And this question occurred to me recently while I was sitting waiting for my daughter to finish her ballet class, and another dad was there, and he's an attorney. So I was asking him to share kinds of the things he works on day to day, and then he turned to me and said, "So what do you do?" Of course, I responded, "I'm personally stopping climate change. That's kind of what I do." No, I didn't say that. What I did say was kind of stumbled on the question, tried to explain a little bit about my background in communications, helping organizations support farmers and ranchers, in my case, with their stewardship work, giving them credit, telling those stories, thinking about the strategy behind all of that. But I got to thinking a lot of us in social impact communication don't really have a great, clear, cohesive answer for what it is that we do. And so I thought maybe this topic could be helpful to some of you out there who find yourselves in similar shoes to me. So let's dive into this topic, and we're going to keep it relatively brief and would love at any point your feedback. So shoot me a note, nate@silvermaplestrategies.com, after you hear today's episode, and let me know how you answer this question when you're asked. So when it comes to social impact communication, every organization, whether it's for-profit, nonprofit, government agency, operates with a social compact between their audience, their customers, their constituents, and themselves. It might be a general audience, everyday Americans like you and me, for example, or farm business operators, or someone entirely different. Social impact communication is really how we talk about the good we've done, are doing, and will do in the future. It's a way to connect at a heart level, not only at a head level. Of course, the head is important. Data, insights, outcomes all give us information to share as communicators and storytellers. But social impact communication isn't advertising per se, it isn't marketing per se, it isn't journalism per se. It's a way of bringing stories to light that change the way we think, act, and help others. Let's take a really straightforward example. Let's say Company A is preparing to launch a new product with a lower environmental footprint. It requires less water in manufacturing, it's more effective, and that means less product is going to be needed out in the field. This could be in any industry, right? I come from agriculture and farming. You may work in a completely different space. A conventional PR or editorial path would be to publish a news release and reach out to journalists in an effort to get coverage. That might include prioritizing environmental journalists or business editors and talking about your product in a way that emphasizes climate benefits or climate mitigation. A marketing path might be a solution set of outreach that includes high-value customers, possibly business-to-business wholesale clients, and others via direct calling, mobile marketing, email marketing, video, social media, etc. A social impact path really takes a step back and says, how do the values of our organization get us to where we are today? It's really a strategy framework. What investment of time, energy, and talent have we made? What outcomes are we looking for besides sales numbers or number of people reached or government dollars that we've successfully implemented on the ground? What are we building beyond just this product or service? And what does this product say about where we're headed as an industry or as an organization? Social impact communication is really a lens through which strategic business decisions and corresponding communication of all stripes can be made. You might end up pursuing a content marketing approach to bring those stories to life through the voices of your customers, researchers, product developers. You might incorporate elements of your overall social impact mission throughout PR and marketing materials, and you might even make sure those values and insights find their way into executive talking points for conferences, board meetings, investor calls. Most importantly, you're putting those values to work, the values of you and your organization, in the actual product with the actual customers, and frankly, let's call them what they are, right? Human beings. You're working with people like you and me. So the next time someone asks you, what is a social impact communicator, you might tell them, and these are just a few hypothetical examples, right? But maybe it helps you think about how to frame up the way you describe what it is that you do. You might say, for example, I help my organization get clear on its value to customers and society and make those values immediately relatable and understandable to our team and people who don't work for us. Or you could say, I have an absolute ball telling stories that challenge our thinking and help us imagine what a better world might look like and how we're showing up to be a part of that. Or you might even say, I make sure the way we treat people, communities, and the environment comes through loud and clear in everything we do. I make sure we're always learning how to improve our impact and how to share that journey authentically, including the ups and downs and insights we're gaining. Social impact is a big umbrella term, but you don't need to be ashamed. And I've been here, right? It's like, how do I even begin to tell you what it is that I do? And it's so much work or struggle that it just becomes, well, I'm a writer, or I work on strategy, or I work in a business, which is kind of vague and not very exciting if you're trying to hold a conversation at a conference or in casual conversation in your dining room. You don't need to be scared or confused about how to say it. You just need to help people understand. Your job as a social impact communicator is to make sure your customers' values or the values of the people you serve in your organization and those of your organization are in alignment. You apply strategic thinking, clarifying questions, discipline, and an excellent command of communication skills to keep people on the same page and moving forward. You help turn complex or obscure concepts into stories that engage our hearts and souls and help the wider world understand the value of what your organization is doing. Social impact communicators see the bigger picture and pull back the curtain to reveal the incredible potential of products, services, and programs in creating a future we can be immensely proud of. That's all for today. If you found today's episode helpful, please rate and review the show. Until next time, I'm Nate Burt, and remember, social impact work is soul work. Keep leading like you live.